At 6:02, let's declare the town council meeting of the Township of Nairn and Hyman open on Monday, March 11th, 2024. I just want to let everyone know that I have some hearing problems today. In case I miss a lot, just yell, speak clearly. And so we do not have the delegation that we were planning. Well, is there any declaration of pecuniary interest?
Nope.
No,
No.
and our delegation is not able to make it tonight due to illness. And so then we have our public meeting. Moved by Councillor Austin, second by Councillor McDonald, be it resolved that council meeting be temporarily adjourned at 6:04 PM for the purpose of a public meeting. All in favor? Carried. And so our public meeting is, let's see if I have one more. Oh. First by Councillor McDonald, second by Councillor Austin, be it resolved that pursuant to bylaw number 2007-9, the public meeting is now officially open for the purpose of hearing comments regarding the proposed revisions to the cemetery management bylaw and the cemetery fees bylaw. All in favor? Carried. So we do not have anyone attending our public meeting about the cemetery.
We did not receive any written comments either.
We really are just bringing fees in a lot, in accordance with the surrounding communities, so it's not ridiculous. We don't need any other comments at this point. Okay, moved by Councillor Austin, second by Councillor McDonald, be it resolved that the public meeting is now officially closed at 6:05 PM. And the council meeting is now reconvened. All in favor? It's carried. That was easy.
So it's just,
We'll go that fast, we'll be home at 6:30.
Moved by Councillor McDonald, second by Councillor Austin, be it resolved that council approves the amendments to the cemetery management bylaw and the cemetery price list amendment will enact the corresponding bylaw at this meeting. All in favor? Carried. That's the seminary or cemetery. First by Councillor, well, actually, do I need to ask, are there any discussions arising from previous council minutes?
just,
Something? Yeah.
I just want to add that there was a numbering issue in the minutes that I sent out to everyone. There was a resolution in closed session that was missed in the numbering originally, so it just changes all the numbering by one after that, after closed session. So it's been changed if anyone wants to see it.
Frankly, I don't notice the numbers, but, any comments from previous council minutes?
Yeah, we, I don't know if it's now or later, I should bring it up, but we discussed the fees for the garbage, the dump,
Mhm.
residential fees. And I thought that said we weren't going to raise the cost for white goods.
I don't
We
remember
didn't.
Eh?
We didn't.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we said we didn't want it because we knew what happened before, everything goes behind the dump in the bush and.
I don't believe we changed them.
It was just
So I thought
whatever
when
was
I
in the
looked at it, it
resolution.
was highlighted,
Oh, that could have been a mistake on my part.
unless it's $10 down, it said it was $5 or something.
Okay, yeah, you're right, it did change. In the resolution, in the Public Works minutes, that's what it said. To change it to, I unfortunately wasn't at that meeting.
To follow Derek's
Yeah,
recommendations.
yeah.
I thought we were all pretty much on board with that. I don't remember the white goods comment. Does anybody else?
Oh, I'm the one that spoke on it, but we said we had lots of problems before from raising the fee to dump a couch or a washing machine or anything else. It ended up going back in the bush behind the dump or down the road somewhere. I didn't see,
So what was the previous
It was $5.
and we're raising it to 10.
And yeah, so the resolution, the way it read was the committee recommends to council that the tipping fees be increased as suggested by the municipal superintendent, as well as open landfill site after hours to $100 and $30 per hour.
That's what I remember.
That's all I had to work on. So if that's, was it council's decision? We can discuss that in the report.
When the fees.
Yeah,
come up, okay.
yeah.
Okay, be it resolved that, first by Counselor Austin, second by Counselor McDonald, be it resolved that the following council minutes be accepted as presented. A, regular council meeting minutes, February 12th, 2024, and B, closed session meeting minutes, February 12th, 2024. All in favor? That's carried. First by Counselor McDonald, second by Counselor Austin, be it resolved that the minutes report item 7A to I are noted as received. All in favor? Carried. Oh, boy. So we start with recycling, which was the one really tough issue. Do you want to explain it for a second, just to clarify for people that might want the recording and?
Yep, so the existing blue box program that municipalities participate, currently we receive funding to recoup 40 to 50% of our costs. When we're going to be moving into this full transition to full producer responsibility, we'll be receiving 100% of our costs back. And that'll be funded by the producers of companies that produce recyclable goods like takeout containers, straws, boxes, anything recyclable. So the key of the full transition is to have all of Ontario's municipalities with the same type of program. So if you can recycle it in the city of Greater Sudbury, you'll be able to recycle it here. So there'll be a lot more waste diversion from our landfills, since we'll all be recycling the same thing. And it'll also push the producers to produce packaging that's easily recyclable, because they have to pay for it, right? So if they're producing those black takeout containers that are really difficult to and expensive to recycle, they may stop and go to a more
eco-friendly.
That's right. So that's the point of the program, and it's also to take some of the burden off the taxpayers when it comes to their taxation going to recycling fees. So all around, it's a really great transition plan. However, getting to there is a little bit difficult to understand the ins and outs of it. Nairn area, and out at Sand Bay, they have been traditionally using the Sand Bay depot. Now we've opened the new depot at the landfill, so that's where they're going. Also, the residents from Nagy Bay will be able to use that depot as well. So once we hit our transition date, it's January 1st, 2025. We have to tell Circular Materials how we want to proceed. Do we want to manage it ourselves and they pay us, or do we want them to manage it? So we have a couple different options, and that's presented in the report. So my recommendations is we opt out of administering all the curbside pickup. That doesn't change anything for the residents. All it means is Circular Materials will have a contract with, it'll probably be GFL. They'll pay GFL, they'll arrange pickup, they'll deal with complaints and administration. So I think that's a no-brainer. And then the depot, we have the option to opt in for administration or opt out. It's my recommendation that we opt in for the depot operations only. Just because we have staff that are there anyways. We're doing snow plowing there anyways. We're doing security there anyways. So if we decide to stay in for the administration, we'll get paid for some of those expenses that we're putting out anyways. Yeah. So to me, that's what makes sense. Plus, we've already seen at the depot that it has to be staffed or it'll be a disaster. So if we decide to opt out, Circular Materials could put that bin somewhere else and it might not be convenient for the residents. And plus it won't be staffed and, you know, then all of a sudden contamination goes up. And probably what's going in the landfill will go up.
Councillor Dupaty.
Through you, Madam Mayor, I have one question, not so much about the management, but about the recycling. I know in Sudbury, they accept glass, but
Mhm.
we do not. So is glass included in this new project? Do you-
Actually, glass, they have been picking up glass for us.
Oh,
They're not doing it for other municipalities.
I can't drop off my glass at the site.
They won't let you drop off glass.
No.
Okay, well, that's something I might need to confirm. GFL says no glass, but then when we are asking them, they're like, oh yeah, just throw it in anyways. So.
I've been putting it in mine.
Yeah, because they're picking it up curbside.
Okay.
But once we transition, like glass will be either not recyclable or recyclable Ontario wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, I hope that that's one of the ones that they'll not be so much confusion about.
Perfect, thank you.
Any other questions for clarity? So do we need to discuss this? How do you feel about the recommendations?
I feel we should go with Belinda's recommendation.
Yeah, CAO Ketchba was actually saying she spent quite a bit of time having to research it and try to figure it out. Councillor McDonald, okay,
Absolutely. Yes.
all right. So I'll read the motion. Moved by Councillor Austin, second by Councillor McDonald, whereas council has received the CAO's report number 2024-6 for information. And be it resolved that council directs that the Township of Nairn and Hyman opt in for the administration and operation of the recycling depot as of the township's transition date of January 1st, 2025, and negotiate a depot operations funding agreement, and further that the Township of Nairn and Hyman opt election as of the township's transition date of January 1st, 2025. At this time, it will be incumbent on the producers to arrange for blue box collection and processing until the end of the transition, December 31st, 2025. And that the township will continue to not provide blue box services to the commercial and industrial sector, and that staff be authorized to negotiate agreements with Circular Materials Ontario and report back to council before the enactment of said agreements. All in favor? It's carried. I just want to make sure everyone knows as well that last little paragraph that our CAO will be checking back with us. So this is not our final decision. This is how we're proceeding right now. We see how things go. So we could change. I mean, I think we all feel pretty good about it, but if we need to change our, yeah, I'll have to fill in that one. Oh, so we have our council meeting schedule for 2024. Did anyone have any changes that they felt they needed to make to it?
We've already decided that we're not having a meeting in August.
Generally, that's usually what
Yeah.
That's
happens.
part of our procedural bylaw, yeah,
Okay,
unless we want to change that.
I have a daughter getting married in May. I'd like to change the May date, and also our CAO is busy for the June date. So for May, we could either go May 6th or 27th. And whether we go early or late, we can do the same in June. We probably will have to have a special meeting for budget in April.
In May, I think you're gonna hit the long weekend if you go after the
Oh,
15th. You go
uh,
close.
May long weekend is
Is
the
the 27th?
18th to the 20th.
Yeah,
Okay,
This
so we're
year.
talking the 6th or the 27th?
I'd go with 6.
I would as well.
Okay,
So we can make that change.
so, oh, yeah, May 6th. And then, so I would maybe suggest showing June 3rd for the following one. So our CAO is busy on the 10th. Oh, wait a minute. So May 6th,
That's what
that's at the Phonom concert.
we're at the
or
Phenom,
concert. There's no concert.
Conference. but I mean.
But we could come, is that a real possibility then? We come back for council meeting that evening?
We could.
I mean, it's not fun, but
It's not my decision.
okay, but it's you that prepares a lot of the
Yeah,
papers for
I'm
the,
fine with May 6th. We just may have to leave the conference a little bit early to make it back here in time.
yeah.
May 6th. And sorry, what was the decision on the June?
Oh, I was suggesting June 3rd, so that's going early in, a 1 week early in June.
June 3rd.
Yeah, June 3rd, yeah.
Yes, mark it on your calendars.
I can send out an email to everyone.
Okay, moved by Counselor McDonald, second by Counselor Austin. Whereas council has received the CAO's report number 2024-7 for information, and be it resolved that council directs the following changes to be made to the 2024 council meeting schedule. May 13th meeting changed to May 6th, and the June 10th meeting to June 3rd. All in favor? That's carried. Our next issue is a required consultant to develop a community risk assessment. And the possibility, can I mention him by name? That our CEMC, Jeff Edwards, would. You read the report, but basically instead of doing improvements the next 2 years, that he does this report risk assessment for free.
Instead.
Yes. So does that, does that sound like a good idea? Do
I
we,
think we should stay with him. Definitely.
Agreed, yeah.
I agree with Counselor Austin on that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hubert.
Okay. Did we want to take his offer of the,
I think.
part of his contract? Okay.
Yeah.
well, we don't have to. We could pay $8,000.
Yeah, we could pay
Yeah,
$8,000.
no, I like his,
I like
Yeah.
the,
Cause
he knows our community. He knows what we have and don't have and.
That's a great benefit, right? The consultants that work with us know our situation. They can make arrangements to accommodate people. Very good.
First by Counselor Austin, second by Counselor McDonald, whereas council has received the CAO's report number 2024-8 for information. And be it resolved that council has agreed to retain Phoenix Emergency Management as per the discussed fees to develop a community risk assessment for the township of Nairn and Hyman. All in favor? That's carried. We just saved ourselves some money. Oh, so this is about the slow down campaign that our CAO has been working on, and just whether we are encouraging her to continue to work with the public health. Remember, they were already spearheading, I don't
An
know,
initiative.
a sign campaign, and you had brought it forward as well. So basically, it's for our CAO to be working with the public health. Any comments or questions? Also did that team.
How's it going and, like, are you making progress and do you want to continue?
Through you,
Through you?
Madam Chair.
And
We're making great progress. We've put together a working group of the public health nurse in charge of the initiative and each CAO. So this was an initiative I had kind of spearheaded, and then they started working on the same initiative, and then we kind of chatted with each other and said, you know, why are we both working on this? Let's work together on it. And they have a lot more funding available to them. So yeah, and they had kind of a design already in place, and then I made the suggestion about the garbage can stickers, and they really liked that. So yeah, we're moving ahead. We have a template already ready to go, and we're just looking into costs and funding at this point. But we have that community safety and well-being grant that all of our La Cloche municipalities have gotten. So we're thinking of using some of that for this. So we hope there'll be no costs at all, other than the funding that we've already got.
Yeah.
So,
you.
but I'll report back.
Any other questions? Moved by Counselor McVeigh, seconded by Counselor Day. Be it resolved that council directs staff to continue working on the slow down sign campaign with public health, Sudbury and districts to reduce speeding in residential areas. All in favor? That's carried. So now we have the waste disposal bylaw and tipping fees. So this is what we should talk about, Counselor
Yeah.
Austin's concern that about the, what did you call it, the white
White goods, mostly white goods, I think.
goods?
White goods, coaches and different things.
And you wanted to keep it at $5 an item for fear that things could be,
Things, as soon as you raise the price, people don't want to pay the extra $5 and
so we've
Sure,
already
outside of the rate.
approved certain rates, though.
Well, the committee's made suggestions to council, so if council wants to change it, now's the time.
Okay, okay, I just wanted to make sure that. Counselor McDonald,
Yeah, I agree with that.
you agree with Counselor Austin? Counselor Jason?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I didn't think there was a big difference between $5 or $10.
there isn't, but when somebody looks at it, and you raise the price, I'm not paying that and throw it in the type,
I have to agree with you.
and we don't want.
We don't, yeah, there is a lot of dumping in our community.
It's huge.
If you had an ATV and went for a ride in the bush, you'd see lots of it.
Yeah, through you, Madam Chair, Public Works, approximately a month ago, went down to the beach parking lot and they took the full 1-ton truck box of garbage that was dumped there.
No.
Oh,
Like,
That's
Just-
expensive for the community in labor.
Yeah,
As well,
sure.
you know, that's a lot of time and effort. And not a really fun job either.
I don't believe we incur any big costs for like white goods and everything in our dump. They're sold back out of scrap metal.
I can't see it even nowadays, you see all over the place, people. Like, who wants to come pick it up and somebody will come grab it because they can get $20 for it at the recycler.
Yeah.
Right, so you don't even have to take it to the. Paying $5 seems kind of ridiculous when you can put it on Marketplace or Facebook or your little post and somebody will come get it because they'll get $20 for it.
Yeah,
If you
there's a
look
guy
over
just
the-
Ball in there together.
Yeah.
Where he lives, if you put a fridge or anything on the side of the road, within 2 weeks, they pick it up, the city does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
On the Sudbury side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no fee. And they come to your house and pick it up.
Fortunately, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I haven't seen that yet.
No,
Moved
Hope
by
not this
Council,
year.
moved by Council J. seconded by Councilor McVeigh, that council receives a report 2024-10 asks for information, and be it resolved that council approves the recommended changes to the waste disposal bylaw and price increases as attached to this report for the tipping fees, other than the white goods fee shall remain at $5, and further that council will schedule a public meeting for which notice will be duly given, and council will approve the changes to fees and enact the new draft bylaw. All in favor? It's carried.
if I may, I don't know if you understood me, but that is the Sudbury policy.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're
Okay.
saying, but fortunately, I haven't seen that yet.
No,
I haven't
have
seen
on
any,
the
any refrigerators on my,
refrigerators or washer dryer.
but you could put yours out and the city would come get it.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll come get
If
it.
you put it on
I
the
have to
city
get over
road.
there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I put it on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
First by Councilor McVeigh, seconded by Councilor J. Be it resolved that council accepts the Planning, Economic Development and Public Works Committee meeting minutes dated February 2024 as presented. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councilor J. seconded by Councilor McVeigh, whereas council accepts the municipal superintendent's report as presented. All in favor? It's carried. And
Did you want me to speak on the ditching?
yes, CAO, what you call it? Yeah, the ditching along McDonald's.
So I just wanted to give everyone an update on the ditching that was done along McDonald Street, was it 2 weeks ago? So we had been discussing that, part of the project is part of the McDonald Street reconstruction project. However, in discussions with the engineer, that part of the project, if we were having it done by certain kind of contractors, was getting very costly. They wanted to have it surveyed, depths taken, a water, drainage engineer in. So, we discussed, with, a local contractor who does a lot of ditching for us, and we got a much better price. We haven't got the bill yet, but I would be shocked if it's over $2,000. So, and we were able to do it before, the spring thaw, so, it would prevent, abutting properties, so we just made an executive decision and went ahead and did it.
We're just saving money all over the place this month.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Moved by Councilor McVeigh, second by Councilor J. whereas council accepts the following minutes and reports, H and I as presented. Aqua January 2023 reporter summary report and Aqua 2023 annual summary reports for the Nairn Center water system. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councilor J. seconded by Councilor McVeigh, be it resolved that the correspondence items A to B are noted as received. All in favor? Councilor Austin, yeah, okay, that's carried.
So I don't have one for the public hearing.
I don't know that we need a motion for that. So we just, for 8A, we just wanted to make you aware that there was a study conducted about, actually, maybe Councilor J. you want to speak to this?
This is regarding the public.
Public health and the
Merging.
study that, yeah, merging the two, boards.
I certainly can't speak to that. I was at the meeting where our board concluded it was a better idea to merge. Sault Ste. Marie, an hour before, voted against it unanimously. We're on record. Okay? I'm gonna be careful with
Yeah.
what I say. We believe as a board that it was the best alternative, considering that the provincial government has it in its head to merge the public health boards. And there was one that was already approved couple of days after we so Alderman Norfolk, there was 3 boards anyway, somewhere in southern Ontario, and they've agreed, all 3 boards to merge. So it's a process that's going to happen. And I think as a Sudbury Board of Health member, we are in a very good position to manage the merger, if you will.
I'm sure it's also a difficult process with pros and cons.
Oh,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I kind of thought, anyway, it seemed that they moved through it quickly, but it was rejected is the bottom line. There
So
won't be.
Well, no, it doesn't mean that there won't be a merger.
Oh, okay.
It just means that Sault Ste. Marie voted against it. So it remains to be seen.
I thought in the correspondence we had, it said because they had voted no, that there would not be. I thought that's,
We voted to merge. And we have yet to have an answer from the provincial government if there will be continuing talks to merge.
yeah, it just
It's
says
not a
as,
done deal yet.
as one board of health has decided against a merger of our 2 agencies will not be proposed to the ministry. So maybe that could change too. But that's what they've said. That's what we were just trying to let everyone know generally what's
It's
happening.
extremely political, Madam Mayor, and extremely sensitive. I can tell you that our board members were very concerned about the whole process. But in the end, we think we can do a good job at merging. And I don't think it's over. The provincial government has it that they're going to merge, so.
Right, I'm sure it saves money, really is what it does in the end. Next is our Espanola High School, the request for a bursary. Any comments about this? We did last year donate $500 to a Nairn Hyman graduate. There was, I think, just one that graduated.
Do we have any this year now?
I don't know that we do. My issue with it is, I guess, my own son, but there are other youth that don't all attend Espanola High School. So I mean, we only have, I mean, if we had a big year, we might have 4 graduates out of the community that graduate in 1 year. Any other comments?
I think it's a good thing. I think it shows we're supporting our youth in the community. And we don't have a lot, so it's not like it's costing us a lot of money to show that we support our youth.
Well, it's an award, like it's one
Yeah.
award, so it's not that we're giving it to however many, it's just we're. Counselor Despatie, any?
Well, it's, after my children graduated from their high school, I opened a bursary on my own. Because my children had won considerable dollars over the years. So I thought it was a good idea for me to give back, and I supported a $250 back in those days. So I don't think it's a bad idea.
One idea that I bounced around, it's not perfect, we could have our own committee, let's say have some teachers or members of the community on it. I think the problem with that is that I don't know that all youth will want to apply. you know, when we give this to Espanola High School, they're automatically enrolled. So, I mean, there's the idea that we could just do a separate one that's open to all of the high schools. So it's all of the youth in Nairn Hyman.
I believe on that standpoint though, Mayor, that if one of the other high schools wanted to approach us, we would look at it. I think as I'm seeing it, only in the last couple of years, obviously, only one high school has come to us. So, but kudos to them for stepping up and asking for us to help. I don't, if we had
We
5 high
also,
schools ask, well, then we gotta look at it, but we have one high school looking as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, we do.
And well, the majority of our youth, I think, go to Espanola.
Do you want to stay with $500?
What's that?
Sounds,
Let me just make a suggestion.
Sure.
Last year we had stipulated that it went to the graduating student of Nairn and Hyman that had the highest overall average. Could maybe we suggest that it would be to the student that's continuing on with post-secondary education?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
I
going
thought
on.
that would have been, sorry, that would have been my own.
No, I don't think it's assumed.
Just if there is only 1 or 2 and one is continuing and one isn't, it would be
Yeah.
nice to help the
one
student
that-
that's
One that's
continuing.
We could also mention an apprenticeship as well. So it could be higher education
Yeah.
in trade.
Post-secondary.
Yeah,
Post-secondary
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
just,
Okay.
for information, how many do we have that go the other way to school?
well, there's 2 that I know of.
And I don't know how many go to Sudbury.
Well, we could name them, but we shouldn't.
Yeah.
I think we might have. Yeah,
I know the bus stops, but I don't know who gets on or off.
yeah. I mean, I know them because they're volunteers, so I would say we have 4 that go to Espanola
Well, if we
in
can
various
get-
grades,
If we can
right?
get one of the kids here or something, I think that's good.
Only 4? Like that bus is full when it goes in front of.
Graduating.
What's that? Oh,
Graduating.
yeah, graduating.
Well,
Graduate.
no, in all of high school, I don't know how many. Not
Not too many.
that many.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking the bus when it goes by the house because it stops.
It is,
Yeah.
it is.
But it has
full.
public school.
But it's got public
yeah.
school, it's got French school.
Moved by Counselor McVeigh, seconded by Counselor Deputy, be it resolved that correspondence item 8B received from the Espanola High School regarding the request for bursary donation is accepted as presented, and further that council directs that the bursary in the amount of $500 be for a graduating resident of Nairn Hyman Township that will continue post-secondary education or an apprenticeship program. All in favor? That's carried. First by Counselor Deputy, seconded by Counselor McVeigh, be it resolved that being a bylaw to amend bylaw number 2017-9, being a bylaw to enact rules and regulations for the maintenance, management, regulation, and control of all cemeteries owned or operated by the Township of Nairn and Hyman, be read at first, second, and third time and finally passed in open council, and its number shall be 2024-6. All in favor? That's carried. Moved by Counselor McVeigh, second by Counselor Deputy, be it resolved that being a bylaw to establish a cemetery price list for the Township of Nairn and Hyman be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed in open council, and its number shall be 2024-7. All in favor? Carried. Oh, so wow, we're moving to close session.
Almost 6:30, yeah.
Wow. Moved by Counselor Dave Petty, seconded by Counselor McVeigh. Be it resolved that council moved into closed session at 6:42 PM for the purpose stated in section 239.2 of the Municipal Act, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality. All in favor? But that's not the only reason. Be it resolved, moved by Counselor McVeigh, second by Counselor Dave Petty, be it resolved that council return to the open meeting at 7:28 and report on the general discussions held in closed session, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality. All in favor? Moved by Counselor Dave Petty, second by Counselor McVeigh, be it resolved that being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the council, the corporation of the Township of Nairn and Hyman be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. In open council, and its number shall be 2024-8. All in favor? Carried. First by Counselor McVeigh, second by Counselor McVeigh, be it resolved that the meeting of March 11, 2024. What?
You say back to back me?
Yeah,
Moved by Counselor McVeigh, seconded by Counselor Dave Petty.
Okay.
Be it resolved that the meeting of March 11, 2024 do now adjourn at 7:29 to meet again on the 8th day of April 2024 at the Township. All in favor? Carries.